check's complete. Everyone be aware, we've got a car leaving the garage. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
It's time to find out which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix. Good afternoon, everybody. We're here in Shanghai. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before we head into the braking zone of turn 14. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Mayhem, Albon, Liam Lawson, and Stroll, Russell, Kelly, Sainz, and Lewis Hamilton, Antonelli, Bortoletto, Ollie Behrman, and Leclerc, Hadjar, Fernando Alonso, Jack Doohan, and Esteban Ocon. Gasly and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish, but let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Big pressure at the start of the race, Crofty, for all of them up and down the grid, no matter where you are. But the drivers these days, they practice, practice and practice. They have rigs with them at the circuit where they can sit down with the actual steering wheel from the real car, and they've got lights that they react to. The clutch paddle is tailored around the driver's hands, around their fingers, so they can have optimum position before they start. So there's so much thought and effort that goes into getting these cars off the line.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward. We can now use DRS. DRS now available. experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Tyres are degrading fast. We can change strategy if you want. Check your MFD for details. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. Box now, please. Box this lap. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 2.7 seconds. exiting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Okay, gap ahead, 2.4 seconds. Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Okay, mate, approaching the safe window, you're going to be on let's use all the techniques you know about to charge it up. Great stuff, mate. You hit the target well there. Nice one. There's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down. Okay, this is not your true position. They haven't pitted yet, so don't waste time fighting them. They're going to be coming in soon. The car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound. Box this lap and push hard on the in-lap. And gap to the car in front. 7.2 seconds. now, pit now. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, you're sat in P2. Okay, that's Lawson ahead of you. They're on fresh mediums. Your pit window is open. Pit window currently open. Okay, mate, we want to keep them behind, please. This is super critical for our strategy. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.6 seconds. Oh, mate, great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. You're leading the pack, that's P1. They're on old mediums. Final lap, push, push.
Yes, Red Bull is back. Same as Japan
Really
next,
impressive
though.
drive, really impressive weekend.
What happened there, blood? I undercut you and everything, fam. What happened? What happened? Yeah, you was qualified whatever, and I came first from the 11th or 12th. Eh?
It's victory in
It's wicked,
Shanghai,
man.
and what a
Yeah.
victory it is after an incredible Grand Prix.
Jesus, the race is on, blood.
You
It's
always look back at a
25.
race like this
It's
and think,
for
if
real.
I'd just made that mistake there or locked up here, there would have been contact. And every one of those overtakes is a moment where you have to absolutely nail it, perfect it, and that's exactly what they're able to do today. Great stuff indeed.
Yeah, this is the season, you know. The race is on, fam. Yeah.
Here come
Yeah,
today's
proper
winners. The
job.
team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.
Damn. Well, it's definitely on now. Wow, okay, I think that's a good note to end on. But you see this one, it went over by 10 minutes. So what I'll do, I'll tell the machine the last hour. So you know the practice we done for this one, Mark. Mark? Yeah. Yeah. We might lose 5 minutes of the practice for this one. That's all. But we get everything in. Okay. I was gonna get the lap times on the video today. I'm stopping it now. One sec. Let me just get the scores up so we can see where we are in the championship. Don't go nowhere. We can still carry on. I'm just gonna quickly edit the things to right. What to write. Okay. Right, are you there, Mark? I'm on the standing page. You know the driver's standing. Right, so Max Verstappen 44, you're 38, Lando 32. So you two are good teammates, man. So it's definitely gonna be a fight for the championship. I'll get to that in a sec. I'm George Russell 27. I'm on 25. From nothing to 25. I'm really happy to get some points before Japan because I ain't gonna do dilly squat in Japan. I'm just gonna be there to make up the numbers. You know what I mean? No, what it was, I came out. I'll tell you what I did. I used strategy. Right. Now let me explain. Let me explain, Mark. Mark. Let me explain. It's all there. You can see the video. The whole world's going to see the video, so there won't be no arguments. Um, I went out on softs on purpose because when I was doing the practice session, I noticed that when I done the race run, the softs weren't too bad. I normally I never start. I know you was. I know you was. Yeah, I know you was. And then so I done that. And then I stayed out longer than I should have. And then I came in. I done the undercut still because I was meant to come in lap 4, but I stayed out to the end of lap 5, so really lap 6. I came in on the mediums, and I was wicked on them anyway, and I knew I could thrash them, and that's what I did. And then people was pitting and slowing down. I was looking at the lap times as I was going around, and even before people got to the pits, the times was coming down. So I knew I was on the winner, but I never thought I'd be in there where I was. I thought I'd be like about 5th and 6th where I was to begin with. Now we'll find out. What my machine, your machine can do as well. So if you tell your machine to save the last hour, you can watch it back in your car and see what happened. All right then. Don't worry. Anyway, okay. Right. So I've done all that then. I'm gonna stop the thing here now, but stay here. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna start the recording thing from here. I mean, all right. Let me get into it. Oh, it's finished. Yeah. Right. One sec. You can hear me, innit? Yeah. Okay, Adam. Yeah. All right. Safe. Let me just see what's actually happening here. Yeah, this is yeah, I'm looking at the China sprint race, and that one is 50 59 minutes long, basically an hour long, because that's the beginning of the sprint race. I'll tell you what's in it. One sec. You can hear me, innit? Okay, yeah, I'm just letting you know what's gonna come out in the video. Yeah. All right. So we got the grid. So the first one is gonna have the track layout and the grid set up. Then it's gonna have the race, and in the race, let me see. I didn't score no points in the race. You know what I mean? So that's the race. Oh, well, I said the race is done in 1 minute. Yeah. That's qualifying two. Hold on a sec. Qualifying 1. That's the beginning. Short qualify 2 now. Yes, it's got the first race. Yes, it's got the sprint race. I'm just going through it now. One sec. Yeah, and it's showing, yeah, the qualifying now. Yeah. It's showing the short qualifying, for the main race, Mark. Yeah, it's got that in there. Then it's got the grid. Let me see. One sec. Yeah, the first video's got nearly everything, Mark. It just ran that by about 10 minutes, you know what I mean, innit? So what I'm gonna do, before I edit it. Yep. So see, that's that. Yeah, running about 10 minutes. Let's get the setups. What I'll do, I'll stop it there. One sec. So I'm gonna stop this one. You know what? I'm just gonna load it up. You know what I'm saying, innit? No, no, it's not fair. So let me stop. Let me go back. One sec. Yeah, I'm just gonna do. One sec. Yeah. One sec. I'm just working it out. Yeah. Right. Eh? Okay, right. Let me see. I'm gonna do some editing now. Edit. One sec. I'm just editing. 1 minute. Yeah, it was a short race. Yeah, that's it. I was looking for a podium for the sprint race, but in the sprint race, there's no podium in it. You know what I mean? Can you hear me, Mark? Okay, one sec. I'm gonna go to just before the grid. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna stop. And, let me see preview. Yeah. Let me see. One sec. Yeah, that's the sprint race. So you call the sprint race. Then we got the qualifying set up. Yeah, then we've got the qualifying, other lap times on the qualifying. Let me see. Yeah, qualifying one. Oh no, that was qualifying three, isn't it? Oh no, not three. And then save. Yeah, I'm saving that. I placed the original. Yeah, just give it a bit, Mark. It's going to take about 5 minutes to edit this one. Then I'm going to put it out straight away. Okay, Mark? Let me know the rest we just done. I'm going to get that from our memory. So it's going to have, just going to carry on from where that one is, but we get everything in. Even when we're talking, when we're looking at the team charts and all them business. It'd have that in there as well. So nothing's missing. So basically we recorded Everything we done today is got recorded, nearly. But the first race in Australia, boy, I don't know. And then the second race in China, the sprint race, I said, yeah, you know what I mean. And then when I got into 11th, 12th for the qualifying, I said, boy, I can get a little 6, 7. And then the first corner, I done the sneaky man. I said, nice. You know what I mean, innit? And then from there, I just held on and just thought with the battery. Well, it's all about battery, man. And I knew the tires wouldn't last as long as I drove them. But as long as I stayed with the crowd, I get the downdraft and everything. You know what I'm saying, innit? And the DRS. And that's what happened. Mm. But you can go to your machine now and tell it to save the last hour, and it will have the race on it. It'll have the full race on. If you done it right now, go into save the save menu, tell it to save the last hour. You'll be able to see the race from your point of view. Because what I'm saving is from my point of view. So you'd have to look on the graph when I go in the pits and see where you were, and then see where you were when you're in the pits and I drive past. That's otherwise you'd have to record your own one, which you could do right now. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't publish it, at least you can record it and look back and see what's going on. Like even as we're talking, it's still recording. So we record the last hour of the machine of what the machine did. You know what I mean, innit? So I need to get into the next one quick and edit that as well. Don't worry, the edit's nearly finished. It's halfway now. Once this one finishes editing, I'm gonna go straight to the memory and pull out the other one. Because the Australia one, we save Australia separately, you know what I mean, innit? So Australia's safe. I just didn't write it. I said I'll write up afterwards. I said we write all those videos at the same time. Yeah, so they quickly save this one and then once I get to the other one, I could quickly get it out of the memory. No work tomorrow, man. Wicked. I'm gonna get the best Gregs ever. You know, I'm gonna get the best Gregs ever. But I'm gonna wait till 9 o'clock for the post office to open. Gonna bust the Iceland as well. Don't worry, it's on 90% edited, 10% to go. I think I've got a film here as well from not my team race, but with me in Red Bull with Kelly and Max Verstappen. So I'll make sure I don't edit that, send that one out twice. Okay. Oh, we're nearly finished now. One sec. Yeah, it's done. Done. Yep. All right, so that one's done. So let me see what's the next one. Oh, this is Australia. Yeah. Go to session. Oh, sprint race, isn't it? So that's the sprint race in Australia. Practice one. One sec. Oh, no, and sprint race. Oh, it's practice. Sorry, it's practice. Yeah, it's practice. All right. And then the qualifying pace. Yeah, yeah. And then it's practice one. Oh, that's China. One sec. China. China again. One sec. Oh, here we are. Short qualifying Australia. So, one sec. Remember, Mark, remember number 3 is Australia. Mark, yeah, number 3 is Australia. Yeah. Okay, yeah, because that's the number of the video. Right, let me just check it now. Yeah, so qualifying, we got qualifying. It's a 49-minute video, so it must have everything. Yeah, must have everything because it's a 49-minute, yeah, qualifying. Yeah, the grid. Yeah, got the grid. And then the race, 15 laps. 10, 15 of soft tires. 3-second penalty last lap. Yeah. So number 3 is Australia. So it's number 4. Oh, Belgium. No. So number 4 is Belgium. Number 5. Oh yeah, that's my other video. So 1. So number 1 is short qualifying. You know what I mean, for China and race. Number 2. Oh, that's Australia. All right. Let me go to a thing. Last hour. Save recent gameplay. Full